It shouldn't be too hard to make a video game advertisement. Show some footage of the game, tell people the price, maybe stick some accolades on there. Or you could slap together some utterly inexplicable madness that has nothing to do with the game you're advertising. That's good too.
So Rick, what's it like to know that you were definitely the most badass to ever grace the presence of Red Alert 3?
I think it's phenomenal that you casted the nation with a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion to be...
Quick, what do you think of when you think of Command & Conquer? Is it retired pro wrestler Ric Flair getting sucker punched by a man in a bear costume? If it is, then hello, director of these Command & Conquer Red Alert 3 Uprising commercials.
You know what Space Mountain's all about?
I know what Space Mountain's
You
about.
want to ride tonight?
Wow.
The real Space Mountain's in town. Hey, Bear,
You get the feeling these weren't even planned, this is just what Ric Flair's life is like now.
Hey, you. NASA.
Give me the Cyber Razor Cut.
A Cyber Razor Cut.
The Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis as it was known in the States, came out fighting in the UK console war against the Super Nintendo with this memorable advert where a man walks into a... hairdresser's? Which is actually a robotics laboratory, and gets fitted with a load of bionic implants which make him able to play Sega games. Are we all going to need to get these, or...
There are over 100 Mega Drive games. They get faster, they get harder.
What are you going to do to keep up?
I might just get a SNES, actually. That all sounds like a lot of hard work.
Everyone is doing it. Guys are doing it with girls, and girls are doing it with other girls. Some get together in groups and do it. Some go online and do it with complete strangers.
The premise of this Call of Duty advert from 2009 relies on how some of the things you do in Call of Duty also sound like sex things.
Some people have steady aim, and others just spray everywhere.
Unfortunately, after they get past the obvious early ones, it all starts to get a bit tenuous.
Sometimes my dog likes to watch me do it.
That's not a sex thing or a Call of Duty thing. We're going to need to rethink this whole advert, guys.
Let me tell you what bugs me about human endeavour. I've never been the human in question. Have you?
The Sony PlayStation was a hugely successful console selling over 100 million units worldwide, helped in part by this utterly baffling commercial in which a profoundly unsettling alien girl sits in a featureless room talking about human endeavour.
It's no longer about what they can achieve out there in your behalf, but what we can experience up here in our own time. It's called mental wealth.
The video was directed by Chris Cunningham, aka the guy behind the best Aphex Twin music videos, so all kinds of hipster cred here, but what? Still, it's not like Xbox is any better, as shown by this 2002 short which uses a commercial for a fun video game console to remind potential customers about the grim spectre of their own inevitable death by showing a baby being fired out of his mother like a howitzer shell before crashing dead into his own grave. This advert was actually banned as it received so many complaints, which is totally the reason the original Xbox didn't sell so well.
This is the story of Earthworm Jim video game. In outer space, a sweet evil cyborg lost a Queen cyberspace suit. Well, it smooshes. Very nice, slimy Earthworm Jim.
The makers of wacky platformer Earthworm Jim decided the best way to showcase their game to potential buyers was to have an old lady recounting the plot of the game while eating fistfuls of live earthworms. She's also really angry.
Maybe a battle with Queen festering sweaty slug for a butt quill.
So, how many copies can I put you down for? Then there's this commercial for Mortal Kombat 3 which seems to imply the game will very seriously injure you to the extent that you require helicopter evacuation and an emergency medical team. It goes on to suggest that the game will implant you with a parasitic monster embryo.
Oh my.
Do you want to be the only kid at school without a parasitic monster embryo? Come on guys, get it on your Christmas list. Those were the 7 weirdest, most baffling video game commercials we've ever seen. Do you have a long repressed memory of something even worse? Let us know in the comments, and like and subscribe for more videos like this from Outside Xbox. Bye! Oh good, these two again.